Let's create easy Christmas home decor with a cottage vibe. Hello everybody and welcome into Emily's Upcycled Home. Okay you guys, I found this sewing drawer in my stash and I already painted half. Now this is just a mixture of paints that I had that were at the bottom of their containers, so I just went ahead and mixed those up. Just drop cloth and I believe fluff that I mixed together, something like that. Give it this beautiful creamy color. So I will give this 2 coats of paint, you guys, and this is going to be a very simple transformation. You might also seal your piece, especially these vintage pieces that have lots of tannin seeping through your paint colors. I decide also to come in and give this a full white or creamy look, painting in that inside as well. I did add a few nails to help piece this piece together, so don't forget to pick up some of those broken pieces as well. With a 220 piece of sandpaper, we're going to come in and bring out some of the detailing in the handle, as well as run that sandpaper along the edges, just to bring out a pop of that wood tone. I don't want a heavy distress here. I just want a light highlight of distressing around the corners and edges of this piece. And I will just bring in a simple transfer by ILD. Now the whole piece didn't fit, so I decided to go with the bird nest here. So I cut around the rest of the image and place that bird nest in the center. Remember you guys, seal your piece before you come in with your transfers for a smooth transition and image onto your pieces here. And if you haven't used ILD transfers before, you just place your image down, rub on the image, and then pull off that plastic backing. Using Rust-Oleum's matte sealer, I'll spray the entire piece, give it a dry, and then we'll see where we're at. I was going to make this two-sided, you guys. I decided to come in and show you how to just stage this up and stage up your pieces already in your home for a Christmas vibe. So you can use this bird as well during Christmas. It'll work well, but I'm just going to show you how coming in with just a simple Christmas fabric of your choosing would change your piece as well. I just picked this one with these cute little boots on it, and then we're going to go ahead and organize some pieces inside, and then I'll show you without the fabric because I think it still looks great with the little bird image on the front. But I wanted to give you some options here, so let's come in with this fabric and go ahead and start staging this up. So our mittens, you guys, we're going to go ahead and place those in there as well, and the corners, and I think these would also look cute just laid out on the edge of our piece. And I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm doing this one-handed, but here's our cute little mittens. Now we're going with a neutral cottage vibe here with some greens, tans, and maybe add a little pop of red for Christmas, but we'll see where that goes. And then we're coming in with these Christmas trees that I just put into some post here, gave them a chippy white design or distressed look, and I did those off camera, you guys, so there won't be any video on those. I do apologize for that, but I'm going to come in with the second one as well, layering up those pieces, and you see how I soften up the look as well, bringing in some more of that lace that we have on the mittens onto our trees, keeping that natural tone with the trees as well. And I do love the pops of green here with those trees, and then we're going to bring in these books to give you more of that pop of green. I added that little brush from the back of my decor pieces, and then I made these cute little sewing little gingerbread men, and I think this looks adorable, you guys. And then you can simply just take out this fabric if you don't like it. Like I said, I think that bird decor also looks cute, so let's go ahead and pull out that fabric and see how we like that as well. So I think either or is beautiful with all your little goodies in there. So let me know what you guys think of this one down in those comments. I think it came out pretty. I think it's simple just by adding the transfer onto that case or the drawer and filling it with all your neutral goodies, giving you that cottage vibe that I love, and I hope you guys do too. But once again, you guys, don't forget to shop my boutique. You can shop over at Emily's Upcycled Boutique on Facebook. Join that page, as well as follow me over on Whatnot. I will be popping up there with some new shows. So I had this pillowcase in my stash of goodies, and I went ahead and coffee stained it. Now you can get these pillows on Temu as well. They're about, I think, about $6 or $7, and you get the set of two. I went ahead and coffee stained this one, and we're gonna make mittens out of this. And now, you guys, this is not gonna be a Christmas vibe. It's gonna be more of a winter vibe that you can use during Christmas as well. Now I went ahead and traced my hand in a mitten shape, and I also go a little over because I am going to sew these mittens and I'm not that great about the round edges. So I also give myself a little bit more room to go ahead and round everything off. But once you have that traced out, you can go ahead, trim out your mitten, and then remember when you trace the other one to put it reversed on the back side so that you have the set. I've went ahead and cut so many, you guys, and I forgot to do this, so I messed up the rest of my pillow. But once I have both of these mittens cut out, we'll go ahead and head on over to our machine and sew these up. So just make sure you got those thumbs facing each other, and then to my machine I go, just layering those up together and sewing that line across. I did sew these so that the thread is seen on the outside. I didn't want to really flip them. And now once you got all your sewing done, you can come in and just get your little sand gator here or sander and rough up those edges as well. Go ahead and trim out your mittens as well. If you did a little bit of a shorter sewing thing on there, you can cut off that extra fabric. With some polyfill, we're just going to stuff these up until I like the look of them, making sure I get into that thumb as well. And then you guys, after I have these all set, we're going to add a little thread or a little piece of string, and I am using some of my coffee stained muslin. But first we're going to add in some cute little lace, because I just think the lace adds a cute cottage charm here. And the rest of the project, I'm going to go ahead and use my hot glue because it's just easier for me. But I just wanted to sew these as well because one, I'm practicing on my sewing machine, and two, this fabric is just a little bit thicker and weird, so I just don't want it to unravel. So here's where I'm going to take my muslin fabric, and we are going to add our strings to the inside of our inseam of our mittens. Place that hot glue, add one end of our fabric, and then for the other one we will repeat that process. You guys make sure your mittens are facing the proper way as well. So here's our cute little mittens, you guys. And now we're going to go ahead and come in with these greenery pieces. Now you can find these on Amazon. You get a mix of 3 different varieties of greenery, which are great for winter crafts and this season coming up. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a few that I like out of here, and we are going to add those into our mittens as well. Remember, this is a winter theme, so we're just going more of a winter, not so much Christmas. Now I'm just going to bend up those edges and add them into our mittens. You can add as many pick as you want. You can even add different varieties here, but I went ahead and added 2 picks of that same pine greenery and repeated the process on the other one as well. So here is our cute little mitten so far. And then I decided to come back in with a bow, you guys. Just cottage charm and a bow just go together. So I had to make a rag bow for each corner, just layering up that fabric, gathering it in the center in a piece of string, tying that in a double knot, and then we're just gonna hot glue that to each corner of our little mittens here. Now I just love that natural color combination. What do you guys think of this? So once again, repeating that process for the other mitten and just gluing that to the corner. Coming in with our rusty bells here that you can also find on Amazon. I will try to put all these links in the description for you guys. And then I think that rusty bell just adds a little bit of depth to our little stockings here. Now I decided to come in with these strips of muslin fabric again and make some little tags. So I take my stamp, and this is a scripture stamp of Esther. I forgot the scripture, but it's just a cute little saying. And I go ahead and stamp one half of the stamp on one side and one on the other. So when I come in with the tags, one part of the scripture is on half a ribbon and the other part of the scripture is on the other little ribbon. So I went ahead and added some glue to that and attached those, you guys. And I think our little mittens here from our old little pillowcases are complete. So you guys let me know what you think of these down in those comments. I think they are adorable. Come help me grow over on TikTok as well for more reels and crafting inspiration, you guys. Okay, you guys, I fell in love with this beautiful color. It's called English Ivy by Dixie Belle. Went ahead and grabbed a post from my salvage wood pile, and we are just going to make a little bit of a cottage charm Christmas tree because, technically Christmas is not over, but I just wanted a little bit of break from all the Christmas, the reds, the white, the greens, you know what I mean, that Christmas vibe. So we're going to go with the cottage theme here and soften up our look, but we are going to go ahead and give this a Christmas tree as well. Now, in my last video, you see me coat my paint up and then layer up with this antique wax. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat that process. Painted that beautiful green, that English ivy, came in with that antique wax by Bear, drilled a little hole, you guys, and then I'm going to bring in this cute bottle brush tree and add a little bit of glue to the top. Now, after we transition after Christmas, this is just hot glue, so you can heat that up and just pull it off, and then maybe even just add a candle to the top of this. That would be really cute. So I'm going to come in with these beautiful dried faux roses that I get off of Temu in a beautiful shade of pink, and I just love pink and green together, you guys. Look how cute this looks. And then once I hot glue that on, we're just going to come in and create a simple little tag. I layered on some scripture stamp or script stamp, and then I went ahead and add the number 25, all with black ink by Archival Ink. And then I went ahead and came in and distressed those edges as well. Going to add that cute little tag to the end. And of course, you guys, I'm going to make a cottage little bow out of some of this green Jubilee fabric and my coffee stain muslin. So just rip off your fabric pieces, and then once again, just loop it back and forth, back and forth. And if you have a bow maker, you can go ahead and use that. I misplaced mine, so I'm doing this way. And then just add a piece of cloth in the center and double knot that as well. I attach that to the center of our bow along with our tag. And then I do decide to come in with another pink rose to go on the bottom of our piece as well. So there's the other rose added, and we'll go ahead and glue that one in too. And you guys, look how beautiful this is looking. But then I found this antique or vintage little earring that I am going to add in the center. I'm in love, you guys. I love this style. This is more my style, but I like to mix up different styles for you guys. So come and check me out. I'm more of a cottage and French country kind of person. So if you're not following me, give me a follow here for more DIYs, you guys. Shop IOD, Fusion, and Dixie Belle products with my affiliate link to Julie's Designs and Signs down in that description. Also, you can buy supplies, home decor, and floral, all with a $9 flat rate shipping, you guys. So save and reuse my link and help my channel here on YouTube. Thank you all for your support. So I want to add some little candy canes into our piece, but I want them to be fabric wrapped. So I got some candy canes from Hobby Lobby, and there's so many different sizes. There's these medium ones that are a little thicker, and there's also these slender ones that I got here as well. We are simply going to add some fabric to these and give these more of a rustic charm cottage vibe using some red Jubilee fabric. And I think the thinner ones here are going to work perfectly with these little mittens. So all you do is pick out the fabric of your choice. Now I'm taking my Jubilee fabric strips here that I get off the jubilee.com website, and we are going to use those little pops of red. So I'm going to pull out 2 strips of each. Now these are from the grab bag, so these are not the jelly rolls. The jelly rolls are thicker, so you could probably use 1 jelly roll per candy cane, but that's not what I have here. So I'm just gonna pick out the colors that I choose to use in my stockings here, and I want them 2 different tones but bringing in those reds. So I picked the first one here, this Jubilee fabric here, and then you see up in the corner I also have that plaid one. For this project I am going to be using simple hot glue here, and we're going to trim off any excess that we don't want. As far as if there's any white tips or anything like that, you can take that off. But because this is a thinner candy cane, I can go ahead and rip my strip in half, and I'll have enough fabric to cover the whole piece of the candy cane, because I do want to come in and make sure everything is covered. So I wrap it a few times here. I add hot glue on the corners or on the edges of our piece to add a starter strip, and that's where we're going to attach our first layer. And you see I'm going to wrap it around from one edge around to the other side, just so that it covers the whole beginning of our candy cane. And then all you do is just simply start wrapping. Now at any point in your project you feel that you want to add some little glue pieces or little glue tabs just to hold everything in place, you can do that if that's what you want, but I did not. I just added it at the beginning and at the end, attaching our pieces. And all you're going to do is just simply wrap your fabric around your candy cane here. Now I'm not going to bore you wrapping the whole thing, but like we tapered off the top, we are going to go ahead and taper off that bottom as well. Adding some hot glue once again at the base of our piece to firmly attach our fabric. And with the rest of the fabric, you guys, I go ahead and wrap it all the way back up, thickening our candy cane. But if you want to save on fabric, you could skip this part, and this gives it a neater look because I come in with a little thicker wind around the candy cane and hiding all those extra fibers and flyaways that are on the piece as well. So once I come to that end, once again, go ahead and hot glue and taper, and then off camera I went ahead and did the second one. Once they are done, just tuck them into the mittens that we finished, and I think that pop of color, if that's what you're looking for, just adds a beautiful Christmas vibe to these candy canes with a little bit of that cottage plaid going on in that red fabric. But here they are, just a very simple way to add that pop of color to the pieces in your neutral home decor. You guys let me know what you think of these down in the comments. If you enjoy my content, I would love for you guys to be part of my YouTube family by hitting that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. For more Christmas inspiration, you're going to want to check out my last video here on YouTube. Link in the description. Well, we have reached the end of our video. I thank you all for coming and joining me today. And here is those projects one last time.